Hey everybody, my name is Spencer Stanley, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about little lights. This is the GVM SD80W.
Just like a cool breeze, Jack.
GVM sent this to me. I'm gonna be comparing it to what else is on the market and why I really like small lights. So if you're interested in small lights, stay tuned, because we're gonna be talking about small lights. So GVM was kind enough to send this to me for free. I really do appreciate it. I didn't pay anything and I didn't have to really say anything. This is an unbiased review, aside from the fact that I get to keep this light for free, which is pretty awesome because I do like it and I'm gonna use it. That being said, I don't know if this is the light that I'm gonna recommend. I'm gonna give you all the information and you can make that decision yourself. Right now, I'm using my Aperture 300D, which I absolutely love. I got this a few months ago. The biggest problem with this light is that it's huge. It's heavy and it takes quite a bit to carry around. When I'm shooting things, I'm often alone or with 1 to 2 people. If you do video production, you know that's really hard. It's good to have a specific crew for lights. Never mind trying to do it all yourself. I like options that are very easy, efficient, and don't have much friction for me to set up. That's why I like the idea of this for different run and gun shoots, dog shoots, or even just as a hair light. It's pretty powerful. This light is very cool. It's very similar to the Aperture Armin 60X. We're gonna talk about that, don't you worry. I'm gonna run through this really quickly. I don't want this to be too much of an in-depth review on the light itself. So it's an 80-watt light that puts out 2,860 lux at 1 meter, which I thought it would be more for 80 watts. It has a really high CRI, I think it's 96 or 97, and it's a really cool little package. Like, I like how everything's just kind of in together here. You have one screen on the side, turn it on, you can put 2 MPF batteries on it, and then you have light, which is pretty awesome. You could put a Bowens mount, a full Bowens mount on here, so you could put a softbox on. It comes with a softbox and a stand. I'm gonna say this now, and I'm not gonna go over it much. Don't buy that kit unless you really just need something that's not going to be portable. The softbox is hard to set up. The stand's cool. It's just a stand for an extra, I think it's like 20 bucks. If you want to get it, it's not the worst thing in the world just to have an extra softbox. But if you're going to be portable with this, just buy the light. I think just buy the light. The kit doesn't really make sense. You can adjust this light by holding this down here. You have a back controller knob, and this can change your white balance, your Kelvin. So now we have a warm light, we turn it up, now we have a white light, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna use this as a warm hair light, portable warm hair light for a lot of my productions, I think, because I think it's really good for that. Let's turn it up all the way brightness here, and it gets pretty bright. Like, it's a nice little portable light. And the other cool thing about this light is the app. The app is extremely fast. I'm not gonna go over it, but basically it has a bunch of different features like effects, like lightning, strobe, all that kind of stuff, TV. It's very cool. As soon as you open the app, if your Bluetooth is on, it connects. Like, it's one of the best app experiences I have used. That blew me away. Props GVM for the app and the Bluetooth technology you got going on there. It's fast like AirPods. It's crazy. So good job. So I would actually use the app. Most of the time I don't use the app because it takes forever to set up. You could also go hit this and go into some of the different modes and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that ever. I'm just gonna keep it on this. I could change my white balance. I could change my brightness right from here, or I can use the app. Nice thing about this is it also has a nice little battery indicator. You have a fan on the back. It's really not too loud. It's actually a really good setup. It makes for good airflow. You have a DC in, you have a two-way power switch, and then your selector here, and you can put 2 MPF batteries on the back. When I was putting these in, I didn't notice this yesterday, but the batteries are not very snug in there. Also, it just turns on to 100, so I just blinded myself because it was there. But look, like that's not very good. So now, for a connecting point, this is kind of silly. It's very cheaply made, and as well, why couldn't you just make that a little bit smaller so that I could rotate it? So you gotta take the battery off to rotate it, and cheap. It's just cheap plastic. I feel like it's gonna break. That's the light. It's really awesome, but let's talk about its competition because that's where things get interesting. This looks exactly like the Aperture 60X, the Aperture Armin 60X. It's like the exact same design. So either somebody copied somebody there. I'm assuming maybe there was a little bit of copying here. The actual chip, the LED chip there, is different because this has less of an output than the Aperture 60-watt light. I don't understand this. If somebody from GVM could tell me, this has 2,680 lux. The Aperture Armin 60X has an output of 4,160 lux at 1 meter. Now the Aperture's CRI is 96. Why is the 80-watt light less in terms of the lumens of the Lux. It doesn't make any sense to me. It has more power, but less output. Aside from that, it's really cool. So this light is awesome. And the reason that you would want a light like this is just portability. This thing is super portable. That's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about with this light. I really do appreciate JVM sending this to me, and I'm gonna be using this for professional productions. This is going to be one of my new favorite lights because it's so easy to set up. There are some questions that you would have to take into consideration when purchasing a light. Do you want to go with the aperture? Do you want to go with GVM? I have no problems recommending this. The one thing that doesn't make sense to me is the aperture puts out more light. It's most likely built a little better, as aperture products are just the gold standard when it comes to build quality in terms of lighting for video. Why is it only a $20 difference? This is $159 and the aperture Armin 60X is $179 US. I don't get that part. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm gonna let you make up your own decision. Don't buy the kit with the stuff. It's not worth it. The light itself though, great product. Good job, GVM. I'm gonna use this. It's awesome. I just wanted to show everybody because I really like this thing. It's pretty awesome. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If I missed anything, please let me know. And if you want to see more videos talking about lights and stuff, let me know. Peace.
Just like a cool breeze, Jack. Should take it in.